Right now at noon, the Maple Leaf Parade pushed through rainy forecast in Carthage, while organizers say this year's celebration was still a big success, and how the community kept the festival spirit alive.
And we have some warmer but very windy conditions today. I'll have those details right after this.
And Crowder College and Neosho Area Habitat for Humanity team up to give high schoolers some real-world experience.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
New at noon, a Southwest Missouri man dies following an ATV crash. This is KOAM News. I'm Samantha Walker. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reports the wreck in rural Berry County at around 6 o'clock Saturday morning. According to troopers, a 24-year-old Aurora native overturned his all-terrain vehicle on Farm Road 1245, about 7 miles north of Cape Fear. He was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. Next of kin have been notified. This makes Troop D's 108th fatal accident of the year. A driver is rushed to the hospital following a tractor-trailer and passenger car collision in Newton County. Just after 8 a.m. this morning, reports came in of a collision just east of Missouri 59 and US 60. Witnesses say a passenger car was on its top. Neosho Fire, Newton County deputies, and Newton County Ambulance responded. The male driver of the car had to be extricated. From the wreckage, he was rushed to trauma to a Joplin hospital. The semi-driver was not injured. A tradition of honoring fallen heroes continues this year in Girard. The 38th annual Girard Fallen Firefighter Memorial Service honored 140 firefighters nationally and 21 firefighters locally who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their communities. Multiple fire departments from across the area participate in this ceremony every year. The memorial service sees visitors from all across the country. Last year, the service honored former Girard Fire Chief Pete Scales with a statue. He passed away in 2022. Let's check in with Lindsay for a quick look at the forecast.
Well, temperatures are already jumping up into the low 70s. That's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. We also have these winds gusting up to almost 50 miles per hour, and that's going to be pretty much the theme for today. Pretty strong wind gusts and warmer temperatures up into the mid 70s. Now we are in a wind advisory until about 1 p.m., so we have almost an hour before it expires. We might see it extended into later in the afternoon or another one issued for us on Tuesday because winds are not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, winds are gusting out of the south ahead of a front that's moving in later on today. So this front will continue to push through the area tonight and into Tuesday morning. That's going to be bringing our cooler temperatures for us on Tuesday. Another warm up ahead, but I'll have all those details coming up.
Thanks. Concerns about rain in the forecast. More than 150 entries, including local schools, first responders, and businesses, joined the celebration, though some attendees said the crowd was smaller than usual due to the weather. The Carthage Chamber of Commerce says the community's creativity and support made this year's parade a success, with floats embracing the City of Pure Imagination theme. After the parade, festival goers continue to enjoy shops, activities, and the classic car show. Girard, Kansas hosted a parade of its own as part of its fall festival and homecoming celebration. Coincidentally, on this wet day, the theme was Under the Sea. This parade was a highlight, but certainly not the only event. Other activities scheduled included a Harley show, a tractor pull, a cakewalk, and live music. A teacher in Parsons, Kansas is bringing the spooky to school this Halloween. KOAM's Mitch Adams brings us more.
Spiders and skeletons will soon drape the porches of people celebrating Halloween, if not already. One teacher in Parsons takes his love of Halloween to the next level.
Obviously, I love Halloween and I love art and I love to be creative. And I've been collecting and acquiring different animatronics and decorations for half my life, probably 10, 15, 20 years now.
One reason for doing the haunted stage is to give the kids a chance to get a unique experience that costs them nothing.
Some students may not have those opportunities to go out to a spook house or to a Spirit Halloween store or get to see something like this, and so I think it's a great way to have all of those kids to experience something fun like this.
After the students walked through the stage, I had the chance to ask a few of them about what they were dressing as for Halloween.
I'm going to be an inflatable baby.
Oh yeah?
I'm going to go to my grandma's house and trick-or-treat in her neighborhood.
I'm going to be roomy this year, so I'm really excited to walk with my friends.
Yeah?
And that our street goes like big. A zombie with its face melted off.
Are you excited to go trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
All in all, Holmes hopes that his displays are a fright to remember for his students.
I also get to teach kids that something might look scary at first, but they can be brave and work through it and learn that it's all for fun and they can enjoy it, just like I do.
Reporting in Parsons, Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Mr. Holmes tells us that all schools K through 5 in the district are able to visit the stage as well. Will Crowder College and the Neosho Area Habitat for Humanity team up for a big project? Together, the two organizations partnered together to give area high school students practical construction experience. Those students, in turn, built a house that will be used as a classroom space as they plan to build even more houses. Today's open house showcased all of the hard work done and gave the community an idea of what future projects will look like.
We're using this as a base camp, essentially, classroom space for in-class learning, and then they're building more houses on adjacent property that we own with this property.
Now, not all of the houses will be classrooms. In fact, once they're built, they'll actually eventually house local families, and once construction is done on all house-based camp, will then also house a local family. Hundreds of Joplin High School seniors discovered their academic efforts have paid off in an unexpected way. Nearly 600 seniors are receiving scholarship money through View scholarships. Unlike traditional scholarship funds, the students were automatically entered into the Kansas City-based program, with their GPA and SAT scores earning the money for partnering colleges.
The ultimate goal is, if you know you're going to college, we want to assist in that process and take some of that burden away from the kids and the families and the parents, because a lot of times they don't know where to turn. But the partnership with Youth Scholarships has really increased the opportunities for kids.
In addition, representatives from several colleges were on hand for the students to speak to and learn about their programs. This is the third year the Joplin High School has partnered with View. Well, coming up, Israel says the ceasefire with Hamas is back on after putting it on hold over the weekend to carry out airstrikes in Gaza, which killed dozens of Palestinians. And later, we're making Amish sausage balls in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. President Trump says the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is still in place, but fighting over the weekend tested the fragile truce. Both Israel and Hamas have accused each other of violating the deal in recent days, as the Trump administration's negotiators try to keep it on track. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
Funerals are taking place today in Gaza after Israel's military launched strikes over the weekend, accusing Hamas of violating the ceasefire deal. Israel says militants attacked Israeli troops, killing 2 soldiers. Hamas denied responsibility.
They've been quite rambunctious. They've been doing some shooting, and we think maybe the leadership isn't involved in that, some rebels within, but either way, it's going to be handled properly.
Israel said Monday the ceasefire is back on and aid trucks are being allowed back into Gaza. President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and his son-in-law Jared Kushner, who's also been a key negotiator, have returned to Israel to work on keeping the peace deal intact.
Prime Minister Netanyahu met earlier today with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner on the developments and updates in the region.
The two sat down with CBS's 60 Minutes to discuss implementation of the future phases, which includes rebuilding Gaza. They also talked about their message to the Israelis.
Now that the war is over, if you want to integrate Israel with the broader Middle East, you have to find a way to help the Palestinian people thrive and do better.
How are you doing with that message?
We're just getting started.
Kushner acknowledged Hamas is trying to take back its position governing Gaza, and that success or failure of peace in the region will be the creation of a viable alternative. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today we're sharing homemade Amish cooking that you can easily make right in your own kitchen.
And we have a dry cold front coming in tonight, so cooler temperatures on the way. I'll have those details right after this. Well, it is a windy day. Now we go ahead and take a look at downtown Pittsburgh. Look at that camera. I mean, we might lose the camera because of these winds. Winds are gusting close to 50 miles per hour. And that means that we could even lose a couple of tree limbs, trash cans, anything that's not secured. We do have a wind advisory issued until 1 p.m. today, so we've got another 45 minutes before this expires. May be extended, but we have a front moving in that's going to drop winds down. Now, like I said, we could even lose a trash can. Winds are gusting up to 50 miles per hour, so that means trash can be tipped over nearby. It could even be in your neighbor's yard, especially if you have a close neighbor. So it's something you're going to want to watch out for this afternoon. Now, currently, and over the next hour or so, like I said, our wind advisory expires at 1 p.m. So these winds are still gusting 35 to 40 miles per hour through early afternoon. But this front that moves in drops our wind gust threat down to 15, 20 miles per hour, way more manageable. And then those winds shift out of the north overnight. We've got a relatively calm night, but winds pick back up by Tuesday morning. Here we are about 11 a.m. gusting out of the northwest, 30 to 35 miles per hour. So this is why I said we may see another advisory issued for us on Tuesday, though winds do calm down by the afternoon. So next couple of days, it's going to be very windy. Because of this dry cold front, temperatures are dropping back down into the upper 60s again on Tuesday, though today we got a bit warmer. We're in the 70s. Now, our next chance for storms isn't going to be until this upcoming Thursday, So we've got this high pressure system. We warm up a bit on Wednesday into the 70s, Thursday also into the 70s. But by Thursday night, we start to see this cold front developing out of this shortwave low pressure system. So it's a weak low pressure system, but it does bring some rain chances and even thunderstorms to us by Friday afternoon. This is going to be after about 12 p.m. We could see thunderstorms, maybe even a strong threat for storms. Moving in through the afternoon, 8 p.m., still getting some heavy rain, definitely heavy rain, even thunderstorms. Then it all starts to clear out by early Saturday. Could see some isolated showers or two Saturday, but for the most part, we are going to be starting to see those clouds clearing, everything clearing out by Saturday. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s for Friday because of that entire day just filled with overcast and rain showers and heavy rain. Saturday, we're going to be in the low 70s. Mid to low 70s on Sunday, upper 70s on Monday, and this is where a stronger low pressure system moves in. So we see temperatures drop nearly 20 degrees, upper 70s to low 80s on Monday, down to the low 60s on Tuesday, upper 50s on Wednesday. And then even look at that overnight low. We could be seeing temperatures into the 30s as well, upper 30s. So we're not close to freezing yet. I mean, I'm not trying to get my hopes up or get too far ahead of myself, but I'm looking forward to some much cooler temperatures. This week, we're pretty mild. We're in the 70s, upper 60s. That's average for us this time of year. And then our next chance of rain again Thursday night into Friday, clearing up by Saturday morning.
Personally, I'm really excited. I woke up this morning, I came outside. I mean, it was 3:30 in the morning, which is typically a little bit colder. Anyhow, but I came outside, I'm like, it feels like fall.
Yes.
Even yesterday morning, I walked outside and I said, it feels like fall. I have a sweater on.
I agree. I know most people, after it gets really cold outside and then it finally gets warm, they feel alive. I felt that way the other morning with it being so chilly.
Thanks so much, Lindsay. We'll stick around. We're making Amish sausage bowls in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Whether as a crowd-pleasing appetizer or as a robust main dish, the Amish country flavors come through as loud and clear as the sound of a horse and buggy coming down a country road with this dish. We're making Amish sausage meatballs in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
A few years ago, Mr. Food and I were taping shows in Amish country. We had a great time eating our way from one location to another. We sampled jams and jellies in country stores, tried every flavor of whoopie pie imaginable at the roadside stands, and chowed down on all sorts of Amish-inspired classics. And one dish that really stood out was their sausage balls, which are kind of like meatballs, and boy, were they good. We recreated them, and today I thought I'd share them with you. We combined some Italian sausage with breadcrumbs, some chopped onion, and a beaten egg. Once that's all mixed, we roll it into bite-sized balls and brown them in a hot skillet. While they're cooking, we mix together some ketchup, white vinegar, a little soy sauce, and brown sugar. Then pour that over the sausage balls, cover them, and let them simmer until they're cooked through. It's the combo of the sweet and tangy sauce and the spiciness of the sausage that makes these truly amazing. In Amish country, they serve these over noodles, but they would be just as good as an appetizer. If you want to try this classic recipe for Amish sausage balls, go online now. I promise you'll love them as much as Mr. Food and I did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where every day we're looking for more down-home ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at koamnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4 state market prices.
Well, we've got a pretty breezy, windy day today. If you saw the graphic earlier, your trash can could be in your neighbor's yard by this afternoon. Winds continue to gust until a dry cold front moves in later on this afternoon. We do get some cooler temperatures for us on Tuesday. Still another breezy day, but no rain chances until Thursday night. And into Friday, we could see some thunderstorm chances, which will drop temperatures again back down to average or even slightly below average for the weekend. Now, even further, Monday and Tuesday's cold front dropping temperatures down to the low 60s to upper 50s. So we finally get some really cooler temperatures, chilly temperatures by Halloween.
I love this jacket weather, don't you?
I'm bringing out the sweaters that I've had.
Maybe even a scarf, a little knit hat.
Fire up the fire pit and watch the leaves being blown off the trees.
It's going to be so nice.
Bet.
Well, we have some exciting stories coming up at 5 as well tonight.
That's right. At 5, thrift fashion. For starters, there's a designer shaking up the world of fashion, taking clothing from thrift stores from the country and turning them into runway-ready designs as more people grow conscious of textile waste and the rising cost of clothing. Plus, Quapaw community members take a stand against domestic violence, and a plan for a warming and cooling center in Oklahoma hits a roadblock. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
Well, thanks so much, Dow. We're going to enjoy this fall weather, but that's the news for now. Thanks for joining us for KOAM News at noon. Have a great afternoon.